Alrighty. I know I've kind of been neglecting my YouTube channel, but I've been busy streaming on Twitch, actually. I really enjoy doing that. So, I'm back, and I have some video games to go over. And let's start off with Metroid Dread, the highly anticipated 2D Metroid that everyone wanted, the long-rumored entry into the series. I got the special edition here. It's quite a hefty box. It came with all sorts of goodies. I'm not going to do any sort of unboxing, but I'll show you the contents. It's a really nice looking box. Big fan. I played the game for maybe an hour and a half, and man, it's pretty tough. I'm currently Metroid stuck in the game, so I'm putting it aside for just a little bit. But here are some of the box contents, and I do apologize if the audio isn't tip-top in this video. I'm using a different setup here, but the collector's edition comes with some art cards that we're gonna leaf through real quick. So we have Metroid on the NES featured here, some of the old school pixel art, and you can see Samus's visor at the top of each postcard. This one's really cool. Iconic Samus image, if you ask me. This is Metroid 2 Return of Samus, and it was on the Game Boy and later ported over to the 3DS. I almost beat the game, but then I kind of left it. And of course, I need not say more about Super Metroid. I need to do a playthrough of this game. I know it's complete sacrilege that I still haven't done that. Now, I want to say that I do consider myself a big Metroid fan, and it's mainly because of the memories that I have of this franchise. I would kind of live vicariously through my brother whenever he would play these games, and I would just be a mere spectator. It wasn't up until Metroid Fusion and the Return of Samus, or Zero Mission rather, that I started actually playing these games, which is why I have quite a big Metroid backlog that I want to get through, but huge fan of the series. I think Samus is badass. Now, I do kind of want to elaborate on that thought, and it's more so Super Metroid was the first Samus game that I watched and spectated as a kid. That's where I got most of my liking for the actual character Samus, the exposure to the genre, right? Because everyone uses the term Metroidvania nowadays. And it was really kind of Metroid-likes, really. Castlevania started adopting that, but I digress. The fact of the matter being that even when the Metroid franchise pivoted to being a first-person shooter, I went into those games knowing the behemoth that was Super Metroid. And I just thought it was an awesome series, extremely underrated. You know, for the most part, it's been one of Nintendo's IPs that has been kind of living in the shadow because everyone always brings up sales numbers not being up there for Metroid. But that's probably going to change with the new entry, Dread, being on Nintendo's wildly successful Nintendo Switch console. But yeah, this is hailed as one of the best games of all time. It kind of started its own genre, and it's just a really iconic game. A nice postcard thing here. Art card. Metroid Fusion. I did beat this game on the Game Boy Advance. I remember staying home sick from school one day, and no one was home, and I played the crap out of Metroid Fusion. Another awesome entry into the series. And then of course we have Metroid Dread here. Samus with her new color scheme looking real nice, with some of the Emmys here in the back, all 7 of them, looking like some sort of Planet of the Apes type deal. And I thought this release would come with the standard retail packaging, But nope, it only comes with the Steelbook edition. And I'm not really complaining, but the collector in me, of course, I need to get the actual retail release. The inside, not that exciting, has some Chozo architecture and the trademark Samus logo there. I got the card in there. And yeah, good stuff. This edition also comes with quite a hefty art book. I believe it has like 190 or so pages. And I'm not going to flip through it all, but it's some high quality stuff. I think towards the end, or the latter half, sorry, I'm trying to get that in there. The latter half of, that's my computer turning on all of a sudden. Hello. Okay. There might be some spoilers in the second half of this art book, which is why I have not really, I haven't flipped through all of it because I do not want to spoil anything. But I'm kind of playing the Metroid games out of order. Oh well, I just have to experience them. And I tried giving Dread a shot. It's really good. It's really good. It's got the classic Metroid feel to it with some added experiences, if you know what I'm talking about, with the Emmys. It's pretty terrifying. So, almost a survival horror type vibe at times. And that's really cool. So this is an awesome addition to my collection. I'm gonna have to see where I'm gonna store all this stuff. But yeah, Metroid Dread. It was worth the wait. It was good stuff. And I guess alongside with the release of Metroid Dread, I had to get myself the, hey look, it's me, the OLED edition of the Nintendo Switch. I didn't do it just to upgrade for the OLED display. My old Switch, which I have here for just a slight comparison. It's only slightly bigger, this guy. This guy stopped reading my game cards. I couldn't put my Switch to sleep because when I would wake it back up, the system would notify me that I had
closed the software or ejected the cartridge
without properly closing the software, and it rendered this thing useless for sleep mode, which I feel is a big part of the Switch's functionality. Just the portability and being able to pause your game basically without the need for a save is essential. So it stopped working properly, so I had to, it was right on time for the Switch OLED. And man, let me just say that the improved screen, the smaller bezel on this guy is very substantial. The audio got an upgrade with the speakers, and of course the kickstand back here is resistance based, so you can basically open it however much you want and it'll stay in place. So that's cool. I'm doing a terrible job of highlighting it here on camera, but also a lot sturdier on the Joy-Con rails. The Joy-Cons don't wobble as much as they do on the original Switch, so that's also really nice. It was worth the upgrade for sure. We got all sorts of fun stuff to showcase on this pickups video. Let's kind of move on to something I'm excited about. Let's bring out some limited run releases, and we're gonna do some toys too, because why not? But I have already opened this up, and I have been showcasing the contents of this box quite extensively on my Twitch channel. If you haven't checked that out, I suggest you do, because there's some pretty neat stuff on there. But limited run. Let's crack this bad boy open. Check it out. I got Bloodstained, Curse of the Moon on Switch. Part 1 is really cool. I actually streamed a little bit of that, and I want to beat it so I could get into the physical release of this one. I have the physical release of part 1, but I am keeping that sealed because I had bought the digital edition first before I got it from Limited Run. So this is an awesome game, and I'm looking forward to playing it. Panzer Paladin. Panzer Paladin has been a really fun game to play on stream. I'm very close to beating it, but I kind of abandoned it because I just have a plethora of other games to play. This game is awesome. Shout out to Tribute Studios. They make some good stuff. Another 8-bit action platformer with some mechanics. This actually was some sort of collaboration with Limited Run, so it didn't come with a little trading card. Trading cards include here this old guy. I think his name is Alfred. Let's see if we can focus there. Any minute now. Alfred. Do you wish to focus my camera, Alfred? There you are, in all his holographic glory. I put them in a little card protector, and oh, spoiler alert, is that Panzer Dragoon? Man, I've been waiting for these games since December of last year. But let me kind of show you some of the goodies that Panzer Paladin has inside. It comes with a booklet. Let's keep this in mint condition. Let's not bend the pages too much. Reversible cover as well on Panzer Paladin, so if you want to do that, you can go ahead and do that, but I think this one is the cooler version. Right there with Flame and Grit. Grit is the most un-mech-like name I've ever heard in my life. But yeah, so you have Panzer Paladin, just kind of like an instruction booklet of sorts. It's a comic that I need to read someday. And then the Game Goblin, actually, look at that. This is some sort of weird. It just kind of like shows the controls, and I think there's some sort of cheat code stuff. But yeah, this little goblin appears various times as just a regular enemy in Panzer Paladin. So I don't know what sort of cameo he's making in this booklet, but he's there. And I like goblins. And I like killing those goblins in this game. Awesome game. Really awesome game. I gotta beat it. I definitely gotta beat it. And then we have another Panzer game, as I alluded to with that trading card. We got Panzer Dragoon, the Sega Dreamcast, the Dreamcast classic. It's a cult classic, and everyone always talks about this game. So when it was ported over to the PS4, I wanted to jump right on it, and I still have it sealed. Haven't checked it out yet, but I'm curious to see what sort of on-rail shooter antics I can get into in this game. So I'm really happy with those pickups from Limited Run, and we're staring at an empty box, and now we're staring at a Rolodex with my other Limited Run trading cards. Look at that, I put them all in little card protectors. Look at me, what a guy, I'm so cool. So I'm now gonna add Alfred and the Panzer Dragoon to my collection of Limited Run games. And on the topic of Limited Run games, I'm gonna do a slight unboxing right now of something that I got in the mail today. So if I could find my X-Acto knife, which I actually just found, let's see what's in the box here. So let's slice this bad boy open and see what's in store for us. X-Acto knife, you go over there and be less dangerous. Ah, yes. Okay, are both games in here? Good. I have Doom, the Classics Collection. I've been seeing a lot of Doom in retail stores lately. I need Doom Eternal, by the way, so if you want to give me a gift, go ahead and buy that for me. But I've seen the Doom like Slayer edition, or I don't know what it's called, Doomsday edition, and it comes with all the other Doom games. I'm not really sure, but this one comes with Doom 1, 2, and 3, physical form, all baked into one disc. And yeah, that's awesome. So this bad boy might remain sealed because I have access to all of these digitally. So you know me, I was on a Doom kick for a while. Now I have this bad boy and I'm really happy to add it to my collection. Let's put this out of sight and reveal our trading cards here. We have, well, first I guess I should show this guy. I see they've added some extra padding. Thank you for that, Limited Run Games. Project Warlock. It's supposed to be like a Doom clone of sorts, and I have it here on PS4. I'm actually really excited to play this guy. I've been into games like Ion Fury. I was on a Doom clone kick for a while. I'm still stuck on Ion Fury. Gotta beat that. But since it's Halloween, why not play this game on stream? That should be fun, right? Add it to the spooky stream rotation. So another Doom clone of sorts. And then I went ahead and got that other game. I think it's called Dusk. So that's also in the pipeline. And this guy looks like Keanu Reeves or something. And check out the trading cards. I got Keanu here from Project Warlock sitting on a chair. Oh, that's awesome. Look at this trading card from Doom. It's one of these guys. That's awesome. So I'm gonna put those in card protectors, and I'm gonna add them to my Rolodex, and I'm gonna show all my friends all my cool cards. So that's it for the limited run pickups that I have, and let's go on to, let's throw in some Switch games, and then we'll open up some toys, or I'll show some toys. My sister-in-law, thank you Stephanie for the Little Nightmares 2 copy. I don't have part 1, but she had an extra copy of this that was sent to her on accident by Amazon, and she knew a guy that would very much appreciate this. Don't know much about Little Nightmares, but I have part 2 here, and now I must buy part 1. So this is nice and sealed. This is going to be interesting. Very Halloween-y as well. So hey, maybe I'll give this a shot. Let's go on to, I'm a sucker for game collections, right? The all-in-one games. You know what I'm talking about. This is the Ori Collection. It used to be a Microsoft exclusive, and then it was ported over to the Switch when Microsoft wanted to be Nintendo's best friend. So here it is. I believe we have part 1 and 2, which we do. 2 digital soundtracks and 6 gorgeous art cards. We're not going to open this bad boy just yet, so those art cards will not be featured, unfortunately, in this video. But yeah, this looks awesome, and I had to jump on it. Just checking to see if I had skipped over something. But anyways, then we have a Essential. This is an Essential game, I believe. Just all the Mario sports games. Next up on the list would be Mario Golf, whatever it's called. The one where you run around frantically. But yeah, Mario Tennis Aces. I was attracted to this game because of all the DLC love it got. It got some, it's got a wide cast of characters, and I thought that was pretty cool. So I had to pick it up, and as you can see here, it's currently in my Switch because I've been playing with my wife. Doubles is fun, and we've been whomping on the computer opponents. Maybe we could take it online or something, but really fun game. If you like Mario Tennis, this is a solid pickup. So go ahead and treat yourself to that. And while we're still on the Metroid kick, of course, let's move on to my dear Amiibos. I'm still collecting these things. And I will be collecting Super Smash Amiibos up until year
2022?
at least. Jeez. Did you know those things released in 2016? Holy cannoli. Well, here we have Samus from Dread and one of the Emmys. That looks really cool. It's not going to be able to show on camera, but the little bead on the Emmy's eyeball is like a jewel of sorts, so it plays nicely with the light, and it looks like it's lighting up there. You can kind of see it. So this is a cool dual pack. I'm not going to open them just yet. If I stumble upon another dual pack, which I doubt, because you know how these things are, then I'll keep this guy sealed, and then I'll get a display case with some loose ones. But I have all the other Metroid Amiibos, so I had to jump on these as well. I'll save my favorite Amiibo pickup for last, and here we have somewhat of an impulse buy. This is the Zelda and Loftwing Amiibo. It's a very nice, hefty figure, so I wanted to jump on this one as well. I'm honestly not a massive Zelda fan.
Don't crucify me for it, but
It's a solid series. It's amazing. It just wasn't part of my childhood or formative gamer years, but I appreciate every single title very much, and I actually want to get the Skyward Sword on Nintendo Switch so that I could keep my collector's edition of Skyward Sword for Wii, which comes with the golden Wiimote. I want to keep that bad boy sealed, but I'll play the Switch edition gladly. And then I stumbled into the big box video game store, and I saw this guy behind the counter. Man, and as you know, Monster Hunter Rise was a sleeper hit for me. For me, personally, because I know that huge Monster Hunter fans out there really love every entry into the series, and Rise was one of the best. Man, I played this game religiously for about 2 months on end. And I still want the Palamute Amiibo, but here I stumbled upon the Magnum Mallow. This thing is a chonky boy, and it looks really, really cool. I could see myself years down the line having a sealed copy and a loose copy of every Amiibo, and some sort of light box where I make a scene and I just pose different Amiibos from different game universes and come up with cool photo shoots. That'd be cool. That's kind of something that I want to do for myself at some point as a hobby, like figurine photography. Nothing too crazy. I know there are plenty of people on Instagram and stuff that go
Buck wild
with their action figure photography in it, and it looks amazing. I just want to be able to not just gawk at my Amiibos, but make a scene of sort. That'd be cool. But this guy is really awesome, really big, and yeah, I'm happy I stumbled upon it because I think they're kind of hard to come by. So paid MSRP for that, and that is always a good thing. And last on the figure toy side of things, I got a little blind egg, I guess you could call it. A Yoshi. I think this is supposed to be a Mario Kart one. There was 7 of them in the store, but then I left them and I came back and there's only one left. So it was destined to be. Well, I don't want to break it, but oh, yes! Yes! I was hoping it would be the Black Yoshi. Oh, I'm so excited. Oh, this is oh, it is Hot Wheels. It's because it's Hot Wheels. The quality on this is awesome. The wheels are not rubber. They're just hard plastic. But I got Black Yoshi. I love Black Yoshi. That's awesome. That is so awesome. I'm glad I got that. And I do have a Mario Kart shrine, so I'll be adding this bad boy to that shrine. I'm so happy. This was meant to be. Wow. Cool stuff. And you know me, I'm gonna be hoarding this little egg. I'll put stuff in there. On the hardware side of things, I should have included this previously, but I'm trying to collect every Joy-Con variation, and I was unaware that there was a Fortnite edition. I know there was a Fortnite Switch edition, which came with the opposite of these, and it had like the battle bus on the blue side, but here we have a slightly different shade of blue, as you can see here with the other classic. This is actually like the dark blue, not the neon blue that the Switch came with. But yeah, this is yet another shade of blue that comes with the Fortnite Joy-Con edition, and then it has like a banana smiley from one of the skins in the game, and of course the Switch OLED came with a second Joy-Con grip, so that's cool. I like having this. And on the back you can see that I'm trying to maneuver these things because I know I'm doing some things upside down and some things not upside down, so bear with me here. But it has like the Fortnite F, and then it says Nana on the back of the banana one. So that's cool. I am a serial killer for buying up all the Joy-Cons. I'm still missing the Mario Reds. There was this weird like Disney edition of Nintendo Switch that came out with some like pink and purple polka dotted controllers. I need those, but they're not sold separately. Those are exclusive to the console, from what I know. What else? The Animal Crossing Joy-Cons, I don't have those either. So those are just a few that I need. Put those aside. And we're winding down our video now, actually. And we're going to do so with some retro pickups. I've streamed this guy here, got Magic Sword on the Super Nintendo. This game is, well, first it's made by Capcom, so that's nice. It's just kind of a generic Golden Axe side-scrolling beat 'em up. So no 2.5D on this guy. You just have the one plane that you progress on. But it's a decent game, I guess. It was kind of up there in price than your usual retro game. Not too expensive, not too cheap. But I'm always happy to add stuff to my collection. So this one's all right, I guess. I'll give it a 6 out of 10. Oh boy. If you haven't seen my Balls stream, do yourself a favor and watch Balls. This copy is pretty immaculate. Barely played, and I wonder why. Just kidding. This game is actually pretty solid. I'm not a stickler for retro games not holding their playability, I guess, because I appreciate them as products of their time. And I'll be playing some more Balls 3D. I seriously will. It's a remarkable tech artifact that I'm holding here. Good stuff, Balls. Of course it has that weird the super chip. I don't know what the name escapes me right now, but it has that chip in the game that kind of emulates 3D, or it does to some capacity. So the visuals are like primitive 3D polygonal type style, and it is a fighting game. And there's a lot of balls involved. Then on the NES, I got Robocop. I also streamed this for a night or two, and I got stuck on the second level because the boss of the second level is holding some dude hostage, and you can't shoot the hostage, but your window to attack the actual boss is like 3 microseconds, and it just didn't work out for me. But yeah, Robocop. It's got the cool soundtrack. Alright, let's wind down. Let's start with a single PS3 game that I have here. And I'm actually kind of pissed off that I got this one, but it was for a really fair price. We have Resident Evil 5. I remember, in the spirit of Halloween, I got Resident Evil 5. I remember downloading the demo on PS3 when this game was just about to launch, and I thought, man, the graphics are amazing, and like the setting in Africa is spooky. It's kind of weird because it's in broad daylight, but it's still terrifying. And I enjoyed what I saw, and here it is. I have it complete. I try and pick up all my games complete, of course. Let me go ahead and tell you why I am slightly pissed off that I picked this up, though. I was not entirely aware that there is a PlayStation 4 release of this same game. I might as well have gotten it on PS4, but I mean, I just kind of stumbled upon this and I hopped on it. So, not too regretful about it, but dang, you know, being that there's a PS4 version is probably superior in the graphics department and how it actually runs. So, whatever. I have it. It was $10. Speaking of Resident Evil, I had gotten Resident Evil 2 Remake, and of course here is Resident Evil 3 Remake. I heard this game wasn't as good as the Part 2 remake because the Nemesis mechanic was radically altered in this iteration of Resident Evil 3. He doesn't really chase you around. It's just kind of set pieces in which he appears, which is a big bummer. I know that Resident Evil 2, the remake, Mr. X, I believe, people were speculating that Capcom was experimenting with the technology, that they're implementing the AI of Mr. X, and they were thinking like,
oh man, I can't wait for Resident Evil 3.
And how Nemesis is going to act based on what we're seeing from Mr. X here, but it was kind of a disappointment because, again, it's set pieces in which the Nemesis appears, so it doesn't really chase you around as it did in the original. But still heard it's still a solid game. It has some sort of multiplayer that's probably dead by now. I'm still glad to have picked this up. A couple Resident Evil games on my pickups. And then let's do this guy. Shenmue 1 and 2 on the PS4 here. This was supposed to be some sort of watershed moment in gaming back in the day on the Dreamcast, and people really enjoyed it. They were cult classics. And Part 3, I must now purchase. It came out not too long ago, and it kind of left you at a cliffhanger. That's what I've heard. I figured this game would be kind of fun to stream to see what kind of antics I can get into there. So that's the main reason why I got it. But again, sucker for these collection games. You have 1 and 2 on a single disc, and this one comes with a little poster. I'm not going to open it. It's probably ginormous. There's some dudes on it. There's some chick. The same dude with his cool jacket and jeans. So that's awesome. Yeah, I want to stream this game. There's some stuff that you can do. You walk around and shops open and close on set schedules, and you can go to gachapon machines and get little in-game collectibles, that sort of stuff. I think that's going to be a fun one. And then, last but not least, I have Sparklight. I only got Sparklight because it was published by Merge. And if you saw my stream last night, Merge has been publishing some awesome games physically. We got Dead Cells, Val Ferris, Streets of Rage 4, Darkest Dungeon. So they're on fire. They know what they're doing. Moonlighter. I'm gonna pick up Moonlighter soon. They know what they're doing. They're fans of quality games, and they want to put them physically. So I will support this publisher. Just like THQ Nordic has some good titles under their belt. And yeah, this is supposed to be a Zelda-like retro-style top-down action and adventure RPG affair. So yeah, I think that's all I got. I don't think I'm forgetting anything. So let me know if you want to see any of these games in any upcoming streams. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you on the next video. Okay, bye.